most of us became research subjects. We were still regarded as animal. Out of 11 languages spoken in South Africa, none of that language is our languages. And his advice is an academic mistake.
You traveled across the world, and if today you compare your community with the people around the world, where are we standing, the Bushman standing today?
Very low. Start there. We don't know as much as you. For example, when the British left your country, you forced them to give back everything. Unfortunately, we are triple colonized. We are colonized by white people, we are colonized by the Bantu and Nguni tribes, and a mixed race today. These lands would have been given back to us, but unfortunately, the crown, the queen, all these things that played the same role in your life, gave this over to people knowing that these people would manage the lands and their investments. It was not just about giving the land back to the natives. It was giving it back to people who still serve that colonizing white master, if I may say so. And today we see that trend still alive in our third form of colonization, which is the mix. That mix comes from the Dutch East India Company. The Dutch East India Company brought Indian slaves from Indonesia, from India, from all over the world to come and stay in our countries. Today, these people are proudly South African, but that mix has now finally become the leadership of our country, and we still not found in these forms of leadership. The famous Leader Petrus is an example to it. That leader is a very old leader in the Kalahari, and till today on, the Leader Petrus can't say he owns the land he stands on. He has an overseer, and if you know an overseer, it's a master. So when it comes to who we are today, we are still colonized. We still can't say that we have the freedom. Out of 11 languages spoken in South Africa, none of that language is our languages. I could say now to somebody from South Africa that is so-called Khoisan, hey too, he wouldn't understand what I said. I can ask him, how come go? Let's work. He wouldn't understand. Go, come sit here. He wouldn't understand that. That shows you the difference of what is leadership in our country currently teaching the world. We are not Khoisan. We are the Bushman clans. And I know people will look at it and say, but isn't it the rocket of the Khoisan Bushman? Well, if you look at where we live, look at my environment. I would prefer you calling me that if you can't say Naro or Kum or Jukwasi. It's not an easy word to say. Again, going back to the German man, Leonhard Schultz. He also couldn't pronounce these words, that's why he had to ask advice. And his advice is an academic mistake that has echoed through our entire life, changing even the laws that governs us. These things has to be topics we speak about today. I can speak and articulate English only because of my colonizing environment I was in. But these people that still speaks our language, they hid from that. And that's how they still have pieces of that alive. Most of us became research subjects. And that's also how they kept it alive. But not intact. They kept it alive by the interest of study. Darwinism. We were still regarded as animal. So very recently in the modern times, you could find us on human hunts. If you can Google right now, Bushman hunts or hunting contracts with Bushman in it. Sadly, you're going to find pieces of paper signed by white people, typed out in English or Afrikaans or German, stating they hunted Bushmen. And these hunts were very famous. Not to even the Europeans, a lot of them deny it, but their written evidence is found in our countries, both Namibia, Botswana, and South Africa. So these type of conversations has never been really openly spoken about, how we become. For example, if you look at a pastoral person, how did he get his grazing lands? They had to disturb somebody's way of life. That somebody is the Bushman clans. And that's where we are finding scattered today in South Africa, not understanding even our own languages. I would love to dream in my language. Unfortunately, I'm conditioned to dream in English and in Afrikaans, but I can speak my language, but it doesn't make sense to me in my dreams. I still dream in a colonizing language, and that is the most painful part of who we are. We want to dream in our own languages. We want to enter our own sacred sites. That sacred site is somebody's farm today. It's a government park today. It's a national park today, where they would look after vegetation and biodiversity instead of me, who lived with biodiversity. These are the important factors. And if you understand it's being called Bushman, it puts me with the entire animals. I'm excluded from that today.